So, moving on to our next story. A lot of people are upset about this, and understandably so. At first, I was a bit more upset about this than I think I had any right being, and I'll say why in a second. So basically, with this story, essentially what's going down is this, right? So the PS4 Pro, specifically a Kingdom Hearts 3 PS4 Pro, was released. It was a limited edition, and it was released by GameStop. So you could only get this thing at GameStop, and they released it. People purchased it. Some people were happy with it. Some people, I mean, it hasn't even at the time that this story had broke, I don't believe people even had it yet, so GameStop had yet to ship them out. What happened, though, was GameStop then releases a tweet that says, hey, and this is, by the way, if you guys are wondering where this article is, where this tweet is, you can check in the description box down below if you're watching this to where those guys play YouTube channel. And it says, due to an error, we oversold on pre-orders for the limited edition Kingdom Hearts 3 PlayStation 4 Pro, and unfortunately, some orders had to be canceled. Guests who had an order canceled will receive a $25 gift coupon. We apologize for the inconvenience and frustration this has caused. So here's the thing, right? So originally there was some people talking about this, and you had Woods from Woods Beat 'em Ups saying, hey, you got a free $25. How great is that? So originally when I heard about this, I thought, oh, this is terrible. This is the worst, yada, yada. I did not know at the time that this was only being released through GameStop. So yes, of course, it is frustrating that if you want to buy this and you were screwed out of this, you now have to go to scalpers on eBay. That's truly messed up. However, it isn't as if this is available through Amazon or other retailers and you missed out on it because you ordered it through GameStop. And that is very relevant because GameStop did screw people over, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, there was no other way to pick this up. So while you were screwed over, hopefully you did not sell your PS4 to get this PS4 Pro. Hopefully you still had that waiting for this to come in, because if you did, then I truly feel like GameStop owes you a little bit more than $25. However, still though, if you weren't able to get it, also, it's not as if Kingdom Hearts 3, by the way, is sold out at all. The story so far seems to be, but it does not seem like Kingdom Hearts 3 is sold out anywhere, so you still can pick it up. I can still find it on Amazon and other places if I want to get it as well. So when you look at that, for me, I do think that a free $25 is pretty nice and is a good deal. Again, though, it is frustrating that people got screwed over by not being able to get this when, you know, they pre-ordered this. And GameStop, I mean, you would think that at this point, especially with GameStop, with the issues that they have as a company, that they would not oversell on pre-orders. You know, it's kind of reminiscent of like flights and things like that when, you know, companies, air travel companies overstock or overbook, rather, that's the word I'm looking for, overbook, and then you get screwed over. And even if they try to comp you in some way or another, still, look, I know flights are a bit different than video game consoles, don't get me wrong, but still, you sit back and you're thinking, how could they overstock when they've been doing this, or oversell rather, when they could be doing this for years? They've been doing this for years, rather. You know, GameStop isn't new to the business here. So yeah, look, I know $25 is nice, but I do feel, and it is nice, but I would like $25 for a gift coupon. But still, it is something that I think people, you know, especially people who were first to the draw, there should have been a way to cut these off a lot sooner. And also, I do think that this is way too close to the release date. I mean, this is just a few days before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out in the US. I think that this should have been discussed a good month in advance, or at least a good week or so extra in advance, instead of just dumping this now and going, sorry guys, just $25. Like, I know that, you know, I'm a lot less angry than I was originally, especially knowing what's actually going on here. And how limited edition this really was, and how this was specific to GameStop and exclusive to GameStop, but still doesn't make it right. And I think that, you know, GameStop should be doing a lot more for their customers rather than just giving them a $25 coupon. I don't know what they could do, to be fair. I really don't. But I feel like $25 is a bit too little. Sure, people weren't charged for this item. Obviously, the item was, you know, they're not getting the item. They weren't charged for it. All right, but $25, it seems like it's a bit too low. I don't know how much more they could give. Maybe $50, maybe $30, $35. I don't know, but it just, if I had ordered this and I mean, I wouldn't have sold my PS4 to get this, but there are people who do that. There are people who, we can't put aside the fact that there are people, especially younger fans, who are told, "Hey, listen, you have to." You have to sell this console to get this new console. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So there are people out there, I'm sure, that had sold their, their PS4s or even their PS4 Pros just to be able to get this, and are now told, "Nope, sorry, but here's $25." I do think that there should be some bigger just something else given, some other kind of recompense. No, so they should pay for what they've done. No, but they technically should pay, literally a little bit more out for doing something like this. It's really frustrating. It's a mistake, sure, but it's a mistake by a very large corporation that, this isn't a mom and pop place. This isn't, Castlevania Games made an error, for something that I purchased from them. They're small enough that I'm like, hey guys, it's cool. Don't worry about it. It sucks, but thank you so much for the $25, and I'd use it on one of their controllers or something like that. But GameStop, being such a large company, it's a bit bigger of a deal for me than this is. But what I do want to hear is, I want to hear what you guys have to say down below. Do you think this is a big deal? Do you think it's not a big deal? Do you think there's a lot worse that GameStop should be worrying about and we should be worrying about? Or do you think that no, there are a lot of people who were waiting for this, who sold their PS4s for this perhaps, who are now sitting here without a PS4 and without Kingdom Hearts 3? So again, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this down below.